Reaching far and wide, fans of the hit primetime show Reacher have been eagerly anticipating its return. Did you know Season 2 will focus on Book 11? So, when will Season 2 officially kick off? Continue watching to find out. We'll also delve into the new cast additions, as well as why Neagley is so important to Reacher. First up, when is the suspected return date? In the interview last year, Weintraub unearthed details about Reacher Season 2 while promoting another season from Amazon Prime. Sanders gave a glowing review of series lead Alan Ritchson in his portrayal of Jack Reacher and praised all involved with the production. He predicted that next year, viewers will be eagerly awaiting the show's return. It's going really well. Alan is back, and he is so fantastic in the role. I'm so proud of the producers for finding that fit for Reacher. For Reacher fans of the book, the reaction to the show has just been a dream. Season 2 is awesome, and as great as Season 1 was, I think Season 2 delivers beyond that, and I don't think there's a good chance that the show will be back next year. Next up, Season 2 was renewed just days after Season 1 was released. Reacher had one of the most successful series launches ever on Prime Video, with Season 1 quickly becoming a fan favorite and making it into the top 5 for both US viewers and globally. With its second renewal just days after premiering, Season 2 filming began in September. Now, we have second season will be taking on Book 11. Jack Reacher is back, and this time he's determined to get justice for his fallen friends. Season 2 of the hit show will be based on Book 11, Bad Luck and Trouble, which finds Jack digging into a deadly murder mystery from his past military unit. The book allows the audience to see Reacher interact with people from his past. Reacher's former Army colleagues from his 110th MP Special Investigation Unit will take center stage. Reacher hasn't been around his old friends in a while, until now, when he's dragged back into the mix by way of murder conspiracy. And we've also got an exciting character return, Francis Neagley. With someone familiar along for the journey this time around, it looks like viewers will get even more insight into what made him who he is today. However, all these revelations could chip away at the enigmatic character that Jack Reacher has come to be. Moving on to, it is a gamble to go in a different direction after the Season 1 success. It looks like Reacher Season 2 is going to bring back some old friends, and that could be a double-edged sword. On one side, we lose the sense of mystery around him from last season, but on the other, it's exciting to see Reacher teaming up with more badass MPs, especially Neagley, who made quite an impression. If this second season outing balances its larger cast without taking away too much from his iconic brooding vibe, while still shedding light on his enigmatic past, then I'm sure fans have plenty to get excited about. Let's have a look at who will be joining Season 2. Next up, Carla Dixon, played by Serinda Swan. Carla Dixon is a force of nature, and she caught the attention of Reacher, who chose her to join his elite US Army 110th MP Special Investigations Unit. Serinda Swan, the actress from Marvel's Inhumans, will play Carla in the upcoming season. Carla both loves numbers and math. Under Reacher's lead, this old military group was responsible for solving some extreme army investigations, which requires fortitude and dedication, something that comes naturally to both Dixon and Swan alike. As Medusa, Swan had those traits along with strength, compassion, and intelligence plus charm, all things we know Dixon has plenty of too. She's ready to take on seeing justice served while being quite romantic as well. What more could we ask? And now, AM, played by Ferdinand Kinsley. Reacher finds himself up against a mysterious force known as AM, the hidden identity of Azari Mahmoud, a legendary Syrian terrorist and masterful chameleon who can slip in and out of different accents with ease. In bringing this enigmatic character to life on screen was none other than actor Kingsley Ben Adir, son of Sir Ben Kingsley. With his diverse range of roles, from Manx Irving Thalberg's Dream's best friend to Hob Gadling in The Sandman, it looks like Kingsley perfectly fits the bill for this sinister yet unknowable role that is AM. Moving on to Shane Langston's played by Rory Cochrane. Reacher Season 2 has new characters who weren't originally in Lee Child's source material. One such example is Shane Langston, played by Rory Cochrane, formerly Speedle from CSI Miami, whose character suggests a major shift away from the original storyline. Additionally, instead of Detective Curtis Mowney, who was cast for Bad Luck and Troubles, NYPD police officers take his place, which means that Reacher will be butting heads with an entirely new team this time around. Next up, Guy Russo, played by Dominic Lombardozzi. Reacher Season 2 is shaping up to be an intriguing watch. Not only has there been a good jump in the show, but they've also switched from LAPD to NYPD. Guy Russo will play Detective Monty's stand-in, and he'll team up with Langston, previously LeMaison. And if that wasn't enough star power, Lombardozzi Dozy appears as one of Reacher's toughest adversaries. You may recognize him from A Bronx Tale or The Irishman, and his character isn't afraid to get down and dirty. And now, Marsh played by Al Sapienza. Al Sapienza is Marsh, a lieutenant with NYPD who is no stranger to grit and combativeness. Some might recognize him from his role alongside James Gandolfini on The Sopranos. Marty Spinella, anyone? With both Cochran and Lombardozzi already challenging our hero's mission, adding another powerful force into the mix could make one wonder if this will be Jack versus all situation. Moving on to Seropian, played by Ty Olsson. Bad Luck and Troubles made quite an impact without giving us much insight into the man in the suit. But Season 2 is switching things up. Ty Olsson will take on the role of Seropian, a hitman sent to bring Jack Reacher and his crew down. But this time, we'll get to know more about him. Who knows what kind of details they have planned? Get ready for some great storytelling as you dive back into Reacher's world. Next up, Calvin Franz is played by Luke Balik. Calvin Franz is a major player, even if he doesn't get much screen time in the new season. Reacher saw him as his equal, so it makes sense that he chose Calvin for the Special Investigations Unit during their military days together. Reacher refers to Calvin as a caveman, though this version of Franz may look different than we're used to seeing. We'll have to wait and see what approach takes with such an iconic character when Amazon Prime's live-action adaptation premieres soon enough. And now, Stan Lowry, played by Dean McKenzie. The upcoming season of Jack Reacher is about to get a dose of nostalgia with the introduction of Stan Lowry. The character, portrayed by Dean McKenzie, familiar from his iconic roles in X-Files, Smallville, and Vertical Limit, only appears as an offhand reference in the novel. That makes it even more exciting for fans who will be getting their first on-screen glimpse at how he fits into this elite investigative unit, not to mention seeing what secrets Montana sheep farmer Lowry has up his sleeve. Moving on to Hortense Fields, played by Josh Blacker. Reacher's past is full of the high and mighty. From general to lieutenant, there are sure to be plenty of cameos from Reacher's time in combat. Even Tom Cruise could make an appearance. How interesting. But Lieutenant Colonel Hortense Fields may steal the show. Having not been featured before in Child's series makes his inclusion especially intriguing for Season 2 viewers. Josh Blacker will take on this role. If you recognize him, it'll likely be from his memorable performance as Sergeant Spencer in Stargate. We can't wait to see how all these characters intertwine into one action-packed story. Next up, the rest of the cast. The remaining members of the crew are relative unknowns. Edson Morales, Andres Calantes, and Shannon Cook-Chun. Fans can get excited over potential flashbacks to Reacher's military days as we explore his old team, Sanchez and Orozco, who worked together after leaving Vegas. Swan became an assistant director at New Age security firm, which plays into the plot. Will it be like what was written, or will they take some unexpected twists that make us on edge until the credits roll? Moving on to who will be working on Season 2. Nick Santora, an Emmy-nominated writer and executive producer of the series, has teamed up with original author Child to bring Jack Reacher back for another round of action. Santora and Child are joined in the executive production team by Don Granger, Scott Sullivan, Adam Higgs, and a trio from Skydance Productions, David Ellison, Dana Goldberg, and Bill Bost. No stone has been left unturned to make this series successful. Next up, Neagley is seen as the female Jack Reacher. Neagley, the female Jack Reacher, gave Willa Fitzgerald and Malcolm Goodwin's characters a whole new perspective. She was strong-willed enough to tackle both seemingly unsurmountable physical challenges and tricky investigations with ease, exhibiting why she is an integral part of the series from this early introduction onwards. Her addition brings forth exciting possibilities for captivating storylines that benefit all fans of these beloved books. Finally, Neagley's role in Reacher's life will become obvious in Season 2. Jack Reacher may seem like a lone wolf, but Season 2 of the show promises to dive deeper and reveal the importance Neagley, Maria Sten, has on his journey. While her surprise appearance in Season 1 wasn't part of the original book series it's based on, this small intro forked an exciting new path as she could be key for connecting with both characters in show and fans alike. The surprise to fans of the book is understandable, as her appearance is not until Book 6. So, her unexpected introduction indicates that Season 2 is headed for some interesting places. With this addition to the character lineup, we can only imagine how vital a role Neagley's going to play as Reacher continues his journey. It looks like things are about to get even more exciting from here on out. We hope you enjoyed watching this video about Reacher's Season 2 release date teased and how Reacher Season 2 will prove how important Neagley really is. We would love to hear your thoughts. Remember to like and subscribe,